As a parent, you never think that one day you'll have to worry about your child passing out on the playground or going unconscious while they're playing soccer because they haven't eaten. Well, for us, that's life. But you never really prepare yourself, or there's no way to prepare yourself for having a child that's been diagnosed with diabetes. My daughter Lily was diagnosed when she was about 15 months old. On the day she was diagnosed, we had been through about a week of just a minor cold going through the house. We all got better, and Lily seemed to get worse. So it sort of developed from a cold into a fever. And this went on for a couple days, and on the day we went into the hospital, she was extremely lethargic, almost passing out, sitting down. Didn't want anything to do, didn't want any food, didn't want to eat. Was just thirsty like crazy. All she wanted was water, water, water. So we took her into the hospital to find out what was going on. And within a minute of walking into emergency and talking to the first nurse that we could, we were rushed into the trauma room, surrounded by nurses, surrounded by doctors, and they just started hooking her up to equipment, and at this point I still don't even know what's going on. One of the doctors said, we just checked her blood sugar and it seems like she's type 1 diabetic. She has a blood sugar of 38. As a parent, you're never ready for the confusion or frustration on your child's face because you can't explain to them what's going on, or they don't understand, why we're poking their finger, why we're doing the things that we have to do. Why are we giving them needles? Why are we giving them insulin? I thought to myself, something needs to be developed for these small kids to understand, something that relates to that, maybe a storybook, a coloring book, something like that, to help them cope or even escape the situation just for a few minutes. And I picture, a child recently diagnosed with diabetes, sitting there in the bed, not really knowing what's going on, the parent trying to deal with it, and somebody handing them a coloring book that is a storybook about type 1 diabetes, something to show them that they're not alone, that they can still be a normal kid. It's going to change the way you think a little bit, but you can still go do gymnastics, you can play hockey, you can play soccer, still go to school, you can do all of these normal kid things. There's just the underlying condition that you need to keep eyes on. So in working with the International Diabetes Federation, I learned that type 1 diabetes is a global issue, and there's children around the world that are diagnosed and die because there's no help available to them. And the cost in a developing country for diagnosing and treating childhood diabetes is unattainable or unaffordable for most families. Coco and Lily is partnering with the International Diabetes Federation's program, Life for a Child. So Life for a Child has a global network of insulin distribution centers and care centers all over the world. Each coloring book kit that Coco and Lily sells provides 1 month's worth of insulin or diabetic care for a child in a developing nation. This gives people a great opportunity to support diabetes management on an international level and to ensure that no child ever dies from diabetes. We hope that you will join us on this exciting endeavor as we help make childhood diabetes a survivable illness for people around the world.